and welcome to Runescape Miniquest 4 Varrock Museum. Now let me explain with the other mini-quests why, well, on this date, all of them were changed, their numbers are changed. Oh, finally sold that. The reason why is those mini-quest numbers and stuff were, when you go on the Runescape Wiki mini-quest list, it just lists them all down in a thing, like alphabetically, from free-to-play to members. Those are two different sections. So what I did was, like, Benedict's NXT thing was in, like, the 6th spot in the list. So I just listed it as mini-quest number 6. Even though apparently I even said that wrong in the video or something, I don't know. But, so I went through, I ordered everything, like, you know, I opened up all the mini quests, looked at their release dates. Oh. And just changed the numbers, and I even wrote down the numbers on my little list, so. Oh. Actually, I don't even know what the next quest I want to do is. Well, I know it's Gertrude's thing, but I don't know where I want to put that in. No, defense doesn't need it. Well, if I don't even have I don't even have the quest down, then I'll just do rune crafting. Weird. Yes, we still have Cathixian butterflies, so I need to mess with those. Sorry, they're really helpful, and I don't get them in RuneScape all that often. See, the raptor should talk to me because I've been Elvarg. Anyways, just so you know what this thing is. Yeah, it's always gonna say, why didn't you do that? Considering you have a fire shield. Anyways. So I've actually done this mini quest before in the Iron Man RuneScape. It's one where you just go and match all the icons with, not the icons, whatever. Yes. Thought that I had been transported to another world, but no. Through the haze of pain I made out the mountains and coastlines I had loved when they had been covered with greenery. I saw the blue giant. He looked just as he had when he helped destroy my world. I was locked in battle with another. Sort of made me more powerful than them. It was easy for me to open portals and cast them out of my world. With my lack of foresight that had limit to this, my eagerness to let the mortals live without me, I had forgotten the other guards and their ambition. Would not make the mistake again. Even as I wept over my wounded world, I built new defenses for it, a magical shield that... yeah, that fell. Actually, didn't the Edicts of... like, I seem to remember a thing saying, like, the Edicts of Guthix, like, when they fell, like, actual, like, magical chunks of shield fell? Like, hit part of the world or something? I mean, just skip to the part where, you know, just look in the, I don't even know, the YouTube bar, the video bar or whatever, and just go to, till you see a point where, you know, it doesn't look like Daemonheim. Yes, please. The creatures still remembered me, and I could not help but reveal myself to them as I rebuilt, yet I still wanted them to forget. Was as safe as I could make it, I resolved to sleep once more for as long as it took. No gods, no war, nature balanced, freedom and peace. Yeah, that didn't last. It's like a horror game, actually. Just, you know, hearing the creaking of a lantern. This ambient music. See, and this is really helpful for my stats and stuff anyway. Why do I have 52 summoning? Weird. Oh, it might... Well, could it still have been... Oh, there's one down there. And this lasts all of April. Thank goodness. Because this is actually, you know, it's super helpful and... Because you don't have to stare at me farm. Or, you know, plant seeds and then not do anything. Watermelon. Sanja. It doesn't seem to do anything. To be fair, you don't do... But you're like a guard or whatever. You see that over there? I mean, the Miniquest hasn't actually officially begun, so I'm not turning it off till then. And 47 herb lore. And the requirements are salt in the runes, super attack mix. And then I should get 47 hunter. That's always good. Okay, so what I need for this is... So this is basically sort of an addendum to dig site. But I want to take my certificates. And I want to take them to the not Grand Exchange, I'm an idiot. That's because I couldn't even use those anyways. Varrock. And I'm gonna do two things. I'm going to go around and check all the displays. Actually, some of the displays are actually even different from what they are in vanilla, so that sort of messes it up. Just a tad bit. Oh, calm it down there. Okay. Come on, Runescape. Calm it down there. 47 rune crafting. Nothing at all. Oh, 47 hunter should be next then. Net trap, orange salamander. So wait, does that mean I've gotten all the Gothics messages? Because the problem is I missed one of them. One of them I accidentally clicked over. Yeah, I think I'm done with all the Gothics memories. It's just a random yew tree. Anyways, talk to the curator. Welcome to the Museum of Varrock. Look what I've been awarded. Oh, that's great. Well done. I'll take that for safekeeping. Come and tell me when you're in the next level. Somewhere I'll take that for safekeeping. Remember to come see me when you graduated. Look at the certificates, curator. Oh, well, a level 3 graduate. I'll keep your certificate safe for you. I feel like I must reward you for your work. What do you prefer? Something to eat or drink? Something to drink, please. Certainly have this. It's a new recipe from the Gnome Kingdom. Oh, you'll like it, I'm sure. Cocktail cheers. A fruit blast. Okay. The layers of art. See, we have our 2 things over there. And then I do believe you can actually do some stuff with that over here, messing with samples, and that'll actually change the rest of these. So actually, vanilla stuff might actually not be different yet. These are archaeology soil layers. Zero horizon. The top layer of soil, and its O horizon. And zero horizon down is made up mostly of leaves and decomposed organic matter. A horizon topsoil. Plants grow in this dark colored layer which is made up of decomposing organic matter mixed with mineral particles. E horizon, the Elvusian leaching layer is a light color and is made up of sand and silt. We often find significant archaeological artifacts in this layer. B horizon subsoil is clay mineral deposits that are received from layers above when water drips through. C horizon, regolith consists of slightly broken up bedrock. Plant roots do not penetrate into this layer. And R horizon, the bedrock layer that is beneath all the other layers. And remove for cleaning. And remove, because the problem is some of those actually might still have things in them. 2 beautiful examples of the many items of pottery found around the dig site. There appears to be Cerdominus markings upon this artifact, claiming this was at one time a Cerdominus city. This pottery appears to be dated around the beginning of the 4th Age. Fine silver and gold jewelry has been found concealed in one of the many urns scattered around the dig site. Not much is known about it, though many of the items do have Cerdominus markings. So they're talking about Ceranthium, I do believe. Although I think there's also a Zemarakian as well. A few vases found in good condition and its marking shows some kind of celebration to Cerdomin. As with crude bronze have been found along with finds deeper in the dig site, she is to believe that the forces occupying the city before the Cerdominists used bows as well as other methods of war. If there's no music in here. Well, actually there is music. Isn't there? Maybe not. Moved. 2 things I found. Found at the dig site use of rock by a recently qualified archaeologist appears to be a symbol of the god Zeros. Excavated recently from cavernous temple below the dig site by a recently qualified archaeologist, it is of great significance for the existence of a settlement that predates the Cerdominus city currently under being excavated. Appears to be dedicated to the pagan god Zeros and survived the destruction of the Zerosian city, which was rebuilt by Cerdominists. Okay. So first we want to study these. First, the Second Age. The First Age is thought to have been 4,000 years long. While Runescape was created by the gods Cerdomin, Zemrak, and Guthics, that's a lie, at the beginning of the First Age. But that for much of this time the gods were still in the process of forming the world, making various lands, seas, plants, and animals. And research suggests this age was roughly 2,000 years long. It was our approximation of the lands at the time based upon our existing knowledge of the world. Information. So I have 10 kudos because I turned in the thing. I think either that or just the shield of Rav might actually do it. Third age, 4,000 years long. The scorched earth of the wilderness is a lasting reminder of the destruction wrought during the God Wars. Little evidence found intact from these times would indicate that most of the mortal races only just survived this onslaught. Handed down over generations of great powerful entities and ancients of the gods fighting cataclysmic wars. Then in this 4,000 year long Third Age, it seems that Cerdomin, Guthics, and Zamrak settled for less direct influence on the world. That's not true at all. Third Age, year 3000 to 4000. Statue was found in an underground temple in the ruined city of Uzer, which was destroyed late in the Third Age. Suddenly, due to causes unknown, it probably represents one of the clay golems that the craftsmen of the city built as warriors and servants. The statue was originally part of a mechanism whose purpose is unknown. Fourth Age, 2,000 years long. Finds indicate that at the beginning of the Fourth Age, the humans who had survived the God Wars formed nomadic tribes, battled for survival against not only each other but also dwarves, goblins, ogres, gnomes, and many more races that were competing for land resources. Then they started to make more permanent settlements throughout their world, but they continued battle with their neighbors. Information. I'm pretty sure like one of them is actually the Shield of Ra would be in it. Fourth Age, year 1 to 200. Tabbies decided the only known example of a surviving druidic stone circle, but the druids of Gothic speak of many others scattered across Runescape in the past. Studying techniques placed them in the Fourth Age, the druids built them to worship Gothics all across the world, which came to be keeping watch for Gothics, keeping balance in the world. Fourth Age, year 31 to 60, and a fine example of an incredibly old star chart, which is known about it, but the positions of the star indicate it was made around the year 31 to 60 of the Fourth Age. Ghost Town, which is what Edgeville used to be, Varrock, Asgarnia, Entrana, Misselin, and Karamja. Fourth Age, year 500 to 900, an early Fourth Age map showing the human civilization starting to settle into more permanent villages. After the God Wars, all the races began to rebuild their settlements. Fourth... Oh, I did this... Okay, cool. I need to actually talk to him in order to get that to activate. Fourth Age, year 700 to 800, Aravis, probably the best known year from the Fourth Age. His youth, he was found by a tribe that took him to be a good omen and set up a camp that they called Varrock. Camp Millennius became known as our glorious city of Varrock. Many legends are told of Ra's heroics later in his life. Shield of Ra was lost in year 143 of the Fourth Age when a gang things called the Phoenix Gang broke into the Varrock Museum and stole it. King Rold has offered a 1,200 GP bounty for the reward. Shield and we keep this display case empty in the hopes it will one day be returned. Fourth Age, year 1777. Temple records show that human settlers came to the temple on the river south looking for new lands in which to settle. While the religions that the temple itself was blocking great evil, they refused to heed the warnings of the then custodians of the temple, thinking them possibly behind the times or reciting old legends. So Misselin and Asgarnia weren't the safest places in the world. The human tribes of these times were having constant troubles with goblins, hobgoblins, giants, etc. How much worse could Mauritania have been? So human settlers passed over the south into Mauritania and recently came into possession of this torn map showing the expansion routes of the settlers. And it's ignoring the Sanguistine region. Fourth Age, year 1937. Settlers established a town on the River Lum. Across the river they built a bridge and hence the town became called Lumbridge. This heralded more human settlements springing up early in the next age, where humans began to move into the desert, establishing Al-Qarid, towns in both Karamja and Trana. Fifth Age, currently 169 years old. Oh, that's out of date. First years of the Fifth Age, human mages discovered the secrets of making runes. They kept the knowledge a closely guarded secret between a select few of them, so as not to let their information fall into enemy hands. Due to the power of the runes, humans started to become dominant within the world. The kings of Misselin and Asgarnia quickly grew to become the Runescape's kingdoms and cities we know today. Choose who discovered the rune stones set up a great tower of wizardry in southern Misselin. Except they didn't, not then. Actually, then. Fifth Age, year 7, using the power of runes, started as humans. What is now central Kandaran, led by the Cornelian family, became confident and decided to take on the evil influences resident in the area from what is now known as Ardoin. From there, they expanded their territory into Ardoin, one of the largest of the human cities. If you combine east and west, Ardoin, I think it is the biggest city, isn't it? Fifth Age, year 8. The Kingdom of Asgarnia grew rapidly. King Radalin was one of the tribal leaders of the area, had united many of the small tribes and settlements. However, one group within his domain is known as the Kinshiro Black Knights. Originally provided cooperative help in the expansion of the Kingdom of Asgarnia. As a result, he supported them in building the great fortress on the border of the wilderness in the northeast. Another group known as White Knights had also proven to be particularly competent in battle and were now helping him by being the main military force defending his capital city of Faldor. However, it turned out that the White Knights and Black Knights have always been bitter rivals. It has been a constant political battle ever since the kings of Asgarnia to prevent their kingdom sliding into an all-out and very bloody civil war. Fifth Age, year 9. As the manufacture of runes intensifying, magic became available to people of a great variety of ages and backgrounds. It became evident just how dangerous it was, with a great many tragic accidents occurring due to inexperienced wizards. Wizards and victims alike called for something to be done, but it was only due to a tragic accident involving one of the leaders of that time that the mage train. Oh, is it talking about? Actually, we'll find out that because that's actually the quest after Legends. Now, due to tragic accidents involving one of the leaders of that time that the mage training arena is constructed, established, and with all skill levels in mind, they even created magic guardians to run the building. Information is in order. No. The age year 20 is striking an example of early 5th age weaponsmithing. This steel sword has been magically treated to make it especially powerful against demons. Thought to belong to a warrior who lived in Varrock. This is a replica of the original civilian and is rumored to be entombed beneath the church in Varrock. And if you want to know what that original quest looked like and who that hero Wally was, just look at the old school Runescape quest version. 5th Age, year 23. An evil vampire lord started to take control of northern Mauritania. The minions visited the various humans groups in the area demanding blood tests. And the widespread panic, werewolves found a settlement to the temple. From the few survivors, we learned that most of the human inhabitants eventually succumbed and paid the blood test posed by vampires. Only the inhabitants of Castle Frankenstein stood up to this evil influence. 5th Age, year 42 to 62. The Fremnik mountain tribe has always been opposed to the manufacture of ruins, as they feel this should be the work of the gods. Kinda. A group of the more warmongering in the mountain tribe broke away, led by a warrior called Gunnar, went on a rampage across the northern Kandarin and is going to put a stop to this rune crafting. Good master smith dwarves, known as the Inkondo, were some of the most unfortunate during this period. Been given many fire and natural runes by the White Knights of Falador to help with their smiths by the use of the superheat item spell. Invading Fremnik were not happy about all the spellcasting and launched many attacks, reducing the Inkondo to near extinction. Invading Fremnik met a fair amount of resistance, and their numbers were reduced very significantly over the years. 5th Age, year 47. Invading Fremnik had a number of sympathizers within the Kingdom of Mistlin. There were many warriors skilled in the art of the sword and bow that took offense to this art of spellcasting, and taking to their own hands, they destroyed the mage training arena. These people are assholes. The age year 62, the barbarian invaders were running out of steam. They were pretty much forced to make peace, or be wiped out, so they agreed to settle down peacefully to make a village on the Mistlin Asgardian border. And that they could lie low, well positioned to build up strength and resume the campaign later. This is what we now call the barbarian village. I imagine and talked to Mount Gunnarsgun, and that should be fixed up. So I intend to have 3 of these, because I do believe another quest asks you to have a bunch of kudos as well. So I'm going to do one of these before that quest, and then when we go for that, I will do one last kudo things, although it won't be anything special. This is the only one that's being special. Age year 101, portrait of King Lasses of Ardoin. Information. No information. Display cases. 5th Age, year 70. The mages let Zamorakian followers skilled in the ways of magic join their numbers in the 70th year of the 5th Age. Proved to have been a disaster. That's not true. When the Dark Mages betrayed them, that's a lie, and burnt down the Tower of the Magic south of what we know as Draenor Village. That's completely false. The Renaissance and the rune crafting altars were consequently lost. As a result, further campaigns of barbarians had never happened. Oh. 5th Age, year 169, a collection of wizards took it upon themselves to resurrect the mage training arena along with all the guardians destroyed with it. These guardians were created out of the very same essence as runes, embodying the magic power and authority needed to oversee the arena. 5th Age, year 169. King Rold of Mistlin renovated a rune town in the northwest of Mistlin. The town was known as Padua. Oh, Zeros. It was destroyed during the God Wars and unknown to humans only as Ghost Town. King Rold renamed the town Edgeville. 5th Age, year 162 to 163. The old king of Guardian, King Valens, fell very ill. The White Knights took advantage of this and began to take control of Falador and his Guardian for themselves. Year 163, 5th Age. White Knights declared that the Black Knights were no longer to have any political power within Asgardian. Lord Milton of the Kinshra He responds by declaring his Black Knights being a state of war with Falador. The two sides were engaged in a big battle to the north of Falador. Both sides were fairly evenly matched and retreated to the fortress to build up the forts and devise plans to crush the other once and for all. That's why. Why, though? 5th Age, Year 20. What little we know of Gomish history is mainly learned from the glider pods scattered around Runescape. They did mention that an old gnome engineer called Oknok used to make model gliders for his children. Oknok's son Unok ended up creating this method of transport with inspiration from his father's models. Captain Derek and Captain Ninto are said to be test pilots of the initial prototypes. Inquiries have proved them to be reticent to give much information. That these guys will safely support one gnome in flight. The staff at the museum carefully constructed this replica model. Is this a skeleton? Yeah. 5th Age, Year 154. Strange undead necromancer leads an army of undead out of the wilderness in an attack upon Varrock. That's actually Lucine and Zemrogel, I do believe. Still is strong enough and still has enough ruins that the attack is defeated fairly quickly. 5th Age, Year 143. The Phoenix Gang had a big fight amongst themselves, and the shield of Rav broken in half as a result. Afterwards, some gang members decided they didn't want to be part of the Phoenix Gang anymore, so had to form the Black Arm Gang. On their way out, they looted what treasures they could, including one of the halves of the Shield. The Phoenix and Black Arm Gangs became bitter rivals, a rivalry that lasts to this day. Somehow that. Well, there isn't even a police force, is there? 5th Age, Year 136. King Ulthus of Ardougne dies from an accidental arrow shot while out on a hunting expedition. Ardougne is left to his two sons, Tyrus and Lathis, who decide to split the city between them. What is that noise? That can't be his staff, right? It's just all the trees out there? Yeah, okay. Because of Varrock, I don't know. It seems to me that Varrock's music doesn't actually... Varrock Museum's music doesn't actually go over anything. Okay. Smith. Good day then, mate. Good day to you. We'll talk to you next time, though. So, enjoy this video, you know what to do. See ya.